Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of solving graphs. This is standard 7.6G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 22 of the 2019 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So a farmer plants crops on 48 acres. So that's going to be important for us. This whole total is 48 acres. And then the circle graph shows the percentages of land. We've got cotton, 40%, wheat, 20%, other 10%. Then we've got corn. We don't have a percentage on that. It looks like it's going to be a little bit bigger than 25%, because if I were to kind of draw that line there, that looks like a quarter. So it's going to be slightly bigger, but we're going to figure it out with actual numbers rather than just eyeballing it. So we need to figure out how many acres of land are used for corn. Now we're not looking for percentages because we don't have the option to put a percentage in our free response griddable item that we have to fill out, because there is no F, G, H, or J to choose from. We don't want percentages, we want actual acres. So this is a two-step process. First, let's figure out this percentage here for corn. Now, we need to know that this whole entire circle graph, the beauty of these circle graphs is that the whole thing equals 100%. And we know that that 100% equals 48 acres, but the whole thing makes 100%. So let's just see what we've got so far. We've got cotton for 40. We've got wheat for 20. Other for 10. Let's see what we've got. That is 6, 7. Okay, so that's 70%. So in order to get up to my 100%, that is going to be 30%. So that's the first step. We need to get a percentage in for that corn, and I was correct because 25 would have been right here. We're a little bit more than that, so that looks like that's about 5%. So now that we've got 30% for corn, now we need to do step 2. We need to translate this 30% into an actual number, and we can do that because the problem gives us how many actual acres this circle graph represents. So we're looking for, and we can find all of these if we wanted to, but obviously we're just looking for corn, so let's just calculate that one. So we need 30% of 48. Those are my 48 acres. So when we're taking the percentage of something, first thing is to remember that of usually means multiply. So we need to do 30% times 48. Problem is we don't typically multiply percentages by whole numbers, but what we do is we multiply decimals by whole numbers. So let's turn this percentage into a decimal. So if there's no decimal point, it always starts at the end. After the ones place, move it over twice. Once, twice. So this is 0.30. I'm just going to call it 0.3. 0.3 of, remember that means times 48. All right, that's basic multiplication now. 0.30 or 0.3. You could do 0.30. You just have an extra 0 and an extra decimal point. Times 48, that's going to be 24. And that is going to be 12. Now, watch this. It is not 144. It might look like 144, but remember, there's only 48 total acres, so you can't have 30% of it be 144. This is where the decimal point becomes really important. Remember, there's one digit behind the decimal in the factor, so there's one digit behind the decimal in my product, and we have to bubble it in correctly. We can do all of that, and if we bubble it in wrong, we are still going to get the answer incorrect. So on our 7th grade STAAR test, you have got this long skinny column with the decimal. Nothing to bubble in there. You got 2 digits to the right of the decimal, and you're going to have 4 digits to the left of the decimal. The answer is 14.4. If you want, you can put a 0 in that hundredths place, but you don't really need to. So either 14.4 or 14.40, either of those would work.